Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. We are in a full moon right now, pretty much. The moon is just beginning to wane from a full moon. So hopefully you've all been keeping safe. Everyone's doing good. Now, my last video, I had started to cover Starseed races, and I had only gotten through two Starseeds, the Syrians and the Pleiadians. So I'm going to go ahead and jump to the Arcturians. And before I actually get into them, let me pull up some images so you can see what they look like. And they're kind of similar looking to the Syrians, I think, in the way that they almost look like one of the Greys, you know. There's a couple up there. They're very technological. I see them as almost like a sorcerer, more of a sorcerer-looking gray, but with the blue skin instead. So yeah, that should kind of give you an idea there. But anyway, okay. The Arcturians are from the most advanced civilization in our galaxy. Now, I don't know. I must not have gotten the name. I don't think it says. No, not in the article anyway. Oh, there we go. Arcturus is the brightest star in the Boots constellation, so I'm not sure where exactly that's at. But it's 5-dimensional, or 5D. It's the original Earth prototype, so Earth is supposed to be based off of this Arcturian prototype, per se. They are advanced both mentally and spiritually. They were intended to be the shamans of humanity. Human beings, when they are in death, they actually, it says they sometimes pass through Arcturian energetic architecture on the way back to birth. So I guess they would leave like this physical plane and then go up to there to where their little system's at and then come back. I don't know, that's interesting, especially when you consider people who have NDEs, near-death experiences. They end up seeing that light, you know, at the end of the tunnel. Everyone always jokes about that. Makes you wonder what that really is. In this place where they reside, the Arcturians, it has the feeling of an angelic realm, but it's actually, it says it was helpful for grounding back to physical reality. It's kind of like a way station between like the physical realm and the higher dimensional realms. So I thought that was interesting. Oh, here we go. Arcturus is the brightest star in the Boots constellation, so I did write that down. They are strong, highly intelligent, feel drawn to lead or guide others. They have intense, piercing eyes, highly intuitive, the gift of telepathy, alchemy, mathematics. And their energy is often a lot more purple, or that indigo. Yeah, third eye chakra energy, for sure. And the ability to see the future. So yeah, I think if you're like if you're very spiritual and you're very scientific minded or technologically minded, you might really resonate with the Arcturians. I actually kind of feel a resonance with them to some degree. Not really sure how far that connection goes. Okay, the next starseeds are the Andromedans. Andromedans. Andromedan. And let me pull up an image of those guys real quick. See if they have any. Yeah, they have, looks like they have a little more of a human kind of a look. And the whole idea of the Andromedan, I'm sure, is kind of like this. It is a masculine and feminine energy kind of combined. They seem to have kind of, you know, escalated the dualities of the two sexes rather, and or kind of maybe two sexes in one. I'm assuming that's what the whole Andromedan, not really saying that right, but you get the idea. Anyway, okay. All right. It says they exist from the 3rd dimension to the 12th dimension. They're a telepathic race from the spiral-shaped Andromeda galaxy, MS-31 or M31. Beautiful, they seek freedom. Seems like they often want to change jobs or relationships, was kind of a side note. But this feeling of being trapped and wanting more is just a trait of the Starseed. It must be worked out, so it seems like they kind of have to find a place that makes them happy. And then, you know, be grateful for what they have instead of always trying to, you know, change things, you know, just find the beauty that's in what's already there. Healers and teachers, they love to be free, need to work on self-confidence so they can love and have much to offer. They long to be healers and teachers. Artists, spiritualists, they want to teach humanity the feeling of freedom. They really don't like racism or classism. Their mission is to bring peace to the races enslaved by the reptilians. And that's a huge topic in and of itself. Heart-centered, intellectually advanced, and masters of all science. The balance of the left and right brain, so that's kind of the whole Andromedan thing. The left hemisphere is the masculine, the right hemisphere is the feminine. When they're in unity, everything kind of works better. You know, you're in balance, you're in equilibrium, you are the temple, you are, everything's come into balance. Balance has been brought to the force, you know, that's where that whole idea of bringing balance to the force comes from. They are very carefree. They have a very carefree way of living within themselves, but need to work on throat chakra energy to release themselves and speak their true voice. Make sure you use your wings, don't allow them to be clipped. So fly high. Look out for people who try to hold you down. You guys, if you resonate with the Andromedans, you are spiritual speakers. Andromedans are the awakeners of the starseeds, and they bring faster evolution. Cool. This next little section is on like indigo, crystal, and rainbow. You know, indigo starseeds, the crystal and rainbow children. It didn't really have a lot of information on that, so I'm just going to go through that real quick. All 3 of them have supernatural abilities: telepathy, clairvoyance, light emanation. The indigos are infused with the power of Archangel Michael, but it says they're stubborn and tolerant of unfairness. It's that fire energy, you know. A lot of fire signs tend to, you know, have some stubbornness, or not always, you know. A lot of them have their fire, you know, tamed or under control. I have a lot of things in my birth chart that, you know, kind of are my weaknesses. We all have that in our charts, but I just find that funny with the Archangel Michael energy. Now, the crystal children are infused with light, joy, and the clarity of Archangel Gabriel, so it's a much more, Gabriel is the Archangel of water, so it's a much more calming type energy, more kind. Rainbow children, the only thing it really said in the Starseed article was that they tend to be autistic, which is interesting. My brother has autism. He can't speak. He's nonverbal and he's deaf. He also can't hear, but he's really smart. He has a lot of intuitive knowledge. He knows what's going on. I think he's way more awake than a lot of us are. All 3 of these groups are detached from the physical world. In this world, was more of an exercise rather than a place of personal advancement. Interesting. They were encouraged by their soul groups in distant galaxies to serve humanity on Earth selflessly. So really they're not here for any kind of agenda or personal advancement. It seems it's more of just an exercise for them. They are truly, being channeled by the Supreme Source to come here to help us evolve and learn and love. Another small section before we get back to the actual Starseed races is just light workers. It mentions, I hear the term light worker a lot in the spiritual community, so really that can refer to a lot of things. But in this article, it just said, special souls from various planets and realms that incarnated here to help Earth evolve. They take on births that level up humanity and raise the consciousness of everyone around them. They spread goodness, kindness, and love. They are not bound to this planet, the culture, the society, or any missions that aren't from pure source. They serve solely the light. Oh, sorry. Had something pop up. Okay, Orion is the next starseed. Let me pull up a picture of those guys, if we can get one up here. Yeah, I kind of like that picture right there. I really kind of resonate with that dude. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if there's any other good Orion starseeds. That's an interesting picture right there. There's what looks like a reptilian, maybe. And then an Orion starseed. That's kind of an interesting depiction right there. Alrighty, so, that kind of gives you an idea a little bit. It's hard to find the pictures on all these starseeds. So the Orion starseeds, some have wings like angels. They evolved from Sirius, mostly the 6th and 7th dimensional beings. They are mostly 6th and 7th dimensional beings. Strong health, like really physically strong. Like to lift others up. That's interesting. I guess that could be physically and metaphorically if they're strong. They're activists. They care about every living being. They're not too much into money, but can invest heavily to help the environment, and so on and so forth. So they would get into money, money-making endeavors if it's to have benefit the planet or to serve like a long-term cause. They have compassion for Earth and they want to save it. They know everyone deserves peace. They inspire people to see a better world. They are good at completing tasks or projects. Once one thing is done, they move on to the next. Logic-oriented, knowledge of themselves and how to win over a conversation. So they're really witty, and they can usually use their, intelligence to win over conversations, it seems like. It says this could be bad in a relationship with logical thinking that sometimes gets you into trouble. I guess sometimes I kind of deal with that myself. Not sure if it's really logical or illogical sometimes. They're sensitive, and they need time to recharge, need time for yourself. I really resonate with that. I'm a Scorpio, by the way. I'm a quadruple Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Mercury, and Mars. So, yeah, a lot of water energy, but also a lot of fire because of the Mars as well. And I do need a lot of recharge time. So I do kind of feel some connection with, there's just so many traits among these starseeds. I feel like we can really resonate with a lot of the different species. So sometimes it's really hard to pinpoint, one or the other. But I'm going to continue on with the Orions. They have a sense of humor that brings you great confidence in yourself. And like I said before, they're smart and witty. Detail-oriented, will always ask questions. They want to create beings on Earth who are based in the mind rather than carnal, I'm assuming, And that's something we can all work on instead of like always being in the lower chakras. The lower chakras are important to ground us in this reality, but really we should work more on being centered in our heart and loving from this space and really experiencing, from the higher chakras, so that we really know what it is that we want, and we're not just being purely led by our carnal or more animal instincts. This is what the starseeds, they want us to evolve and become more light beings like them. Sorry, I got off tangent again. They're obsessed with science. They research a lot, but they lack, because of this obsession with science, that sometimes they lack understandings of the heart. So sometimes that left brain, it seems, can get in the way of like the right, hemisphere, brain, loving, caring, giving, of like the complete heart chakra. And yeah, I think that's a thing with intelligent people sometimes, as they get too into the books and stuff, and I'm guilty of this same thing. And then we don't completely open our hearts and ourselves, and we get stuck in what Mark Passio calls the left brain prison. Mission is to help Earth improve its understanding of science, of course, because they have this left brain logical energy. Spiritual mission is to learn from humanoids how to be more trusting and faithful. Some have spiritual aspirations. Others are agents for the reptilians and other races that seek to control rather than emancipate mankind. They are here on Earth to protect the spiritual energy, cultivating information and dispensing it in a logical way. Researchers, like we said before, they research anything thoroughly before they get started or involved in a project. And once again, it's important to balance the spiritual and logical. Don't let the logic keep things from manifesting for you. We have to be balanced and open to receiving things from both influences. And the Orions will be the ones heavily leading us into this new age of peace, which makes sense because they are these environmentalists. They really want to change the world. They're leaders, they're bold, they're strong characters, so seems like a really good fit. Okay, I think I'm gonna keep going and try to, no, I'm gonna go ahead and take a break for now, because I think it's going to take me, we are almost at 18 minutes, it's going to take me like another 20 minutes to go over the rest of the Starseed stuff. So I will be making this into 3 videos. Thank you for coming along with me on this journey, watching my videos if you've been watching. If you like the videos, please like as many of them as you can. That helps my stats and stuff so that more people can watch the videos. All I really want to do is get information out and inspire people. I'm not really trying to make money or get a huge YouTube channel. Just share it with your friends and stuff. The people that that are into this stuff, that can really get the value out of the repository of the treasure that is within the heart and the mind. There's just so much to learn, and there's so much to open up in our spirits and everything. So I want to share that inspiration and that love, get all of this out there. So please subscribe, like my videos, and if you want to be notified of whenever I put up a new video, make sure you ring the little bell as well. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. Peace and blessings. Take care.